Thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. I also have an Instagram page there. It's links down in the description if you want to go give us a follow. You can even send me some video requests if you want off that. A lot of people do. So let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed this video and let's get into this. So, a guy called Kevin Cunningham, right, and I've seen this reported on various sources. I've even seen it on a couple of websites now, is reporting that the numbers for the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury rematch, the pay-per-view, I think at least in the stateside, are looking at around about 2 million buys. Alright, 2 million pay-per-view buys, which is pretty damn good, all things considered. If you look at Canelo Alvarez, his last pay-per-view fight was the rematch with Triple G, and that did, I could be wrong, but it did in around, I think like 1.5 million. Might not be exactly that, but it might be a little bit less, but it was in around that region. So now I could be a bit wrong with these figures. Maybe this is figures from maybe the UK and the US, but I don't think it. I think it's just purely the US because he's mentioned in dollars. Like it was $80 a pop. So if this is true, then these numbers are pretty good. They're not pretty good. They're very good numbers, for both guys. Largely, and I don't want people to say I'm biased, but largely down to Tyson Fury, and I definitely think that this fight here, it had a bit more needle about it because you had a fresh Tyson Fury, you had a Tyson Fury who a lot of people felt won the first fight. You had people thinking, okay, well Deontay Wilder can win this rematch because he'll be sharper, he'll know what to expect. You had Fury doing those WWE events where a lot of them WWE fans, millions of fans, I think like 12 million or something people like that would tune into WWE on a regular basis, something like that, in around that, but a very, very large amount tune into WWE. They'd obviously follow Tyson Fury as well, after that, and they probably would have bought the pay-per-view. I think they even had Triple H at it, to be fair, and to say a lot of WWE fans came over. So with all they did to build that, they built it up in the right way. They didn't go full-blown media press tour with, these serious face-offs or anything like that they did in the first fight. But I don't think they had to really at that stage. It was all kind of set in the water. Very good numbers. 2 million pay-per-view buys if this is true. I think that's good going, considering the first fight did something in around between 300,000 to 500,000 buys, if I'm not mistaken. It was in and around that. So you're talking about a serious increase. And to be honest with you, this rematch, I was more hyped for this. The first fight I wasn't exactly hyped for. I was looking forward to it, but I kind of thought that the first fight, going into it, Fury wasn't ready. So I kind of thought it'd be a bit lackluster. Whereas this fight, it was just everything was the questions that were being asked. This was a fight I think everyone was looking forward to, and the questions that were being asked was, could Fury box the same fight? He didn't try and box the same fight. Could Wilder, do what he did the first fight? He couldn't. Fury absolutely beat the crap out of Wilder, boxed a completely different fight, so it was incredible to watch. The guy Kevin Cunningham said that boxing is back, and you will notice when the heavyweight division is thriving, the other divisions tend to thrive. It gives boxing a lift when the heavyweight division is going good. It really truly does, and I think that this is a good sign. It's a good sign. I think the heavyweight division is in good hands. You'd have Tyson Fury at the top. I think we can all agree, pretty much universally recognise him as number one now at this stage. You have the potential fight with him and AJ. You got Usyk knocking around, Parker. You got guys like Hrgovic, Dubois coming up. Looks like the heavyweight division is in pretty good hands now at this stage. But for these guys to be doing 2 million pay-per-view buys, and all things considered, we're hearing everyone say that the rematch is going to happen, the trilogy is going to happen. I don't think it's going to do as good numbers because I think it was such a one-sided beat that I don't think that anyone's going to be screaming for a trilogy. If it happens, it happens. I think it might. I've also heard rumours that Deontay Wilder was split with Mark Breland. Now the page that I've seen report that, they've said some absolute bizarre things over the years. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to do a video on it either because they've said some absolutely bullshit things over the years. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the rematch, truth be told, but I hope we don't. I don't think it'll do the same numbers. I think Wilder's stock would have taken a massive shot from this fight, but for what it's worth, 2 million pay-per-view buys, if these numbers are true and they're not exaggerated, that's pretty good going. That's pretty good going there, people. They did say it broke the heavyweight gate, for a Mounts page. They broke, I think, was it Lewis versus Holyfield, the rematch, broke their gate. And the atmosphere in that MGM Grand that night looked electric. It really did. And, like the guy said, the heavyweight division is in good stead, boxing's in good hands, and yeah, I hope they did break the 2 million pay-per-view mark. At the end of the day, 2 million pay-per-view buys at 80 quid a pop. We complain over here about pay-per-views being increased. You know, I pay 30 quid for that pay-per-view. People in America paying 80 quid. 80 quid for a pay-per-view. Sometimes it could probably even be 100. That's crazy money. It's crazy money. So that's why I hope streaming, that's why I hope platforms like ESPN Plus and DAZN take off. I would much rather pay a subscription every month that's, you know, affordable and get all the boxing I want, rather than have to pay, you know, like, if you think about it like this, I'm paying BT Sport, Sky Sports subscription every month, and then I still have to pay pay-per-views. I would much rather be all on one. I'd love it if it was all on one. I don't think I'm going to get that anytime soon over here anyway, but if the Zone or ESPN Plus came over here, that would be, I wouldn't be complaining. So, you know, those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you are new, and as always, I will talk to you after.